Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my fourth lesson of Bridging Concepts video. In this lesson, students will be learning and discussing how to multiply and divide 2 or 3 decimal numbers. Although this concept is really easy, but the problem with the concept is that when the question comes in your exam, most of the students start multiplying the number with the decimal places, and that puts them in the trouble. And this is somehow one of the important concepts of your O-level examination, and it often comes with 1 mark in the exam, and students can secure 1 mark easily, but due to the lack of practice and lack of clarity of the concept, they are losing that 1 mark. So I thought to make a small lesson on this concept so that they can understand this concept easily. And this lesson is equally important for my O2, O3 students and for my junior students of class 6 and 7, so that they should have the good grasp on the concept from the junior class. When they will be coming to their senior class, this concept will become easy for them. Let's first learn how to multiply 2 decimal numbers in 3 easy steps, and we can memorize this concept easily in our mind by CIP rule. And what is CIP rule? Let's see one by one what does CIP means. C means count the number of decimal places in the numbers that you are multiplying. So I hope you are clear. C is count the number of decimal places in the question on the numbers we are multiplying. I ignore the decimal points and multiply the numbers. And then P is put the decimal point in the result or answer so that there is the same number of decimal places in the answer as in the original calculation. So I hope when now you will be doing your multiplication questions of decimal numbers, you will be following the CIP rule easily, that count, ignore and put the decimal or place the decimal back after counting the number of decimal places in the question. Moving to the second concept that often comes with the same part, that how to divide decimal numbers. First, we have to write the division as a fraction. Then we have to make the denominator an integer by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the same power of 10. And then we have to reduce the fraction to its lowest term, means we have to simplify the fraction to its simplest form if it is possible. And what will be the use of that? That will give us easier answer to divide, and we have to divide the answer finally by the method whatever we have learned. Now let's move to the practice of CIP and division rules. Okay. Now you can see that I'm selecting the questions from the past papers in order to give the idea to my students that these small questions are really important. Okay, and if you have the good hold on these small questions and small concepts, you can easily secure 1 mark. Now the first problem is that we have to multiply 0.2 by 0.04. Here we'll be applying CIP rule. C means count, that how many decimal places are there in the number which we are multiplying. If we are counting the decimal places, 1, 2 and 3 decimal places are there. And then after that we have to ignore the decimal places and we have to multiply the numbers. Simply the numbers are 2 and 4, and this gives me 8. We have got the product, but the question is not 2 and 4, 2 multiplied by 4. The question is 0.2 multiplied by 0.4. Now coming to P, that we have to put the decimal back by counting that how many decimal places were there in the question. There are 3 decimal places in the question, but we are getting only 1 digit. So students, what we are going to do, we have to fill up, we have to make 3 decimal places, okay, or we have to make 3 digits after decimal. How to fill up those 3 decimal places? So answer for 0.2 multiplied by 0.04 will be 8, and now rest of the two digits will be 0 and 0.008. I hope you are really clear about this question, and let's move to the next question. That is 1.2 multiplied by 0.35. Okay, 1.2 multiplied by 0.35. First count the decimal places. That is, this is 1, 2 and 3 decimal places again. And we will be applying CIP rule again. And we have 3 decimal places. And now we have to move to I step, that we have to ignore decimal. And the question will take the form 12 multiplied by 35. So what we have to do, we have to carefully multiply 35 by 12 or 12 by 35 here. Okay, it's a 2-digit multiplication. 12 5s are 60, and I'll place the cross here, and 12 3s are 36. Now add them up. This will give me 0, 12 and 4. Now 12 multiplied by 36, this is 4, 12 5s are 60, 5 1s are 5, and this is 6, okay, and then 3 2s is 6, and 3 1s are 3 and 1 4, 420. This product is 420. I have ignored the decimal, and then it is the time for P part. P means that we have to put the decimal back in the question after counting the number of digits after the decimal. The question has 3 decimal places total. So what we have to do, we have to count 3 digits, and after that we have to put decimal. So the question will take the form 1.2 multiplied by 0.35 equals to 3 places are after 4, 420 and 0.420. I hope you are really clear about this question, and let's move to the next question, that is 4.5 multiplied by 0.4. Now again we can see that if I'm applying CIP, count, ignore and place rule, according to that we have total 2 digits after decimal. So what we have to do, students, first we have to ignore the decimal, 45 multiplied by 4, and then I have to multiply these two numbers mentally. 4 5s are 20, 4 4s are 16 and 2 18. Okay, 45 multiplied by 4, 4 5s are 20 and 2 I'm writing over here, 16 and 2 18. Now this is the ignore step. I have ignored the decimal, and now what we have to do, 4.5 multiplied by 0.4 will be equal to, I have to insert the decimal after how many places. Look, I have to count decimal places, there were 2. So what I have to do, I have to first leave 2 digits, then I have to put the decimal. So this will be 1.80. Moving to the next question, and that is 0.02 multiplied by 0.7. CIP rule says that count number of decimal places in the question 1, 2 and 3. 3 decimal places, and then I have to ignore, and I have to simply multiply two numbers. 2 times 7 is 14. Now look, question has the decimal after 3 digits, after 3 places. So what I have to do, I have to complete first 3 digits. These are 2 digits only. So what we have to do, that how to fill up and how to complete 3 places is that I have to fill the previous place by 0, and the question will take the form 0.014. Okay, this was the practice of multiplication questions with decimals, and now it's the time to apply the division rule as well. Let's move to the last question of the exercise in today's class, that is 0.96 divided by 1.2. First step was that we have to write the division sign as a fraction. So question will take the form 0.96 divided by 1.2. And now what was the second step, that we have to make the denominator a fraction so that our question becomes easy by multiplying this same power of 10, and so that it can remove the decimal of denominator. Decimal is after one digit, so it's easy to multiply and divide the whole fraction and question by 10 or 10 power 1. So the question will take the form 0.96 multiplied by 10 upon 10. Now this will become 12. 0.96 multiplied by 10, and then this is 12. Now when I will be multiplying 0.96 by 10, it will become 9.6, because when we are multiplying with powers of 10, we have to move towards right hand side. The decimal will be moving towards right hand side. 9.6 divided by 12. And now we know how to divide the numbers easily. 9.6 divided by 12. Okay, look, 9 is smaller than 12. We cannot divide it. So we are going to put the decimal here. And now we can ignore this decimal, and the number becomes 96. And 12, how many times? 12 8s are 96. Okay. And 96 and 0. So answer for 0.96 divided by 1.2 is 0.8. I hope you are clear about today's class. For next difficulty level, please catch me in the next class. Watch my lessons. Like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.